Central Virginia's longest-running high school academic quiz show. Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529 College Savings Plan. And now, host Cheryl Miller.
Hello and good morning. Thanks so much for joining us for Battle of the Brains. I'm Cheryl Miller. Battle of the Brains continues this season as we're now down to the Final Four. Our winner today will compete for this year's Battle of the Brains Championship. Congratulations to both of our teams today for making it to the finals. Joining us remotely, today's teams are the Patriots of First Colonial High School, coached by Carl Naki. First Colonial High School is part of the Virginia Beach City Public School District. The school's mission is to provide quality education through shared responsibility in a safe, supporting environment for all students and are committed to excellence. The school is home to the Legal Studies Academy. Also with us today, the Comets of Granby High School, coached by Rob Lemure. Granby High School is a public school in Norfolk. It's the only high school in the district that offers an international baccalaureate program. Granby's stated mission is to raise the bar so that all students will be well prepared for college and the world of work. Again, welcome and congratulations to the last of our Final Four matchup teams today. Now, because we can't all be together, here's how our game has changed to accommodate for remote play. We will have toss-up rounds, but questions will be directed team to team. We'll alternate between them. Players wishing to answer will raise their hand and wait for me to call on them, and there will be no point deduction for an incorrect answer. All right, teams, good luck. Let's start the first toss-up round. The first question going to First Colonial. The 6 months long days and nights that occur at the polls start and end with these events. Name these days in March and September when day and night, in theory, each last exactly 12 hours. Anderson.
The equinoxes.
That is correct. Granby, Maracaibo is one of the petroleum centers of the world. In what South American country is this city located? Nathan.
Venezuela.
That is correct. First Colonial, what former U.S. Senator and Vice President lost the disputed 2000 presidential election to George W. Bush? Anderson.
Al Gore.
Correct. Granby. In Norse mythology, Valhalla, Gladsheim, and Vingolf were the halls of the gods located in what realm of the gods, a fortified home in the sky? Matthew.
Asgard.
Correct. First Colonial. This man's early works include Sleeping Beauty and Swan Lake. Name this Russian composer of the 1812 overture. Grace.
Tchaikovsky.
That is correct. Granby. Built in Constantinople on the orders of Justinian, it is one of the largest houses of worship ever built. Name this mosque that ultimately fell into the hands of the Ottoman Turks during the fall of the Byzantine Empire in 1453. Mark.
The Hagia Sophia.
That is correct. First Colonial. Thalassemias are disorders that cause abnormality in these cells, which in humans are biconcave and lack nuclei. What are these cells that supply oxygen to all parts of the body and are deformed in people with sickle cell anemia? Anderson.
Red blood cells.
Red blood cells is correct. Granby. In the 1860s, this Virginia fort harbored thousands of fugitive slaves. Named for a U.S. president, located where Hampton Roads meets the Chesapeake Bay, what is this former military installation? Matthew.
Fort Monroe.
That is correct. First Colonial. You may need your pencil and paper for this one. If a horse race is 1,760 yards long, how many miles is the race? Anderson.
1.
That is correct. All right, our next question goes to our team from Granby. You may need your pencil and paper for this one. Use 22/7 to approximate pi. Paul wants to paint the interior of a circle with a diameter of 14 feet. How many square feet of paint are needed to cover that area? The answer we were looking for, 154 square feet. First Colonial, name the term given to any of two or more forms of a chemical having the same number of protons in the nucleus or the same atomic number, but having different neutrons in the nucleus or different atomic weights. Anderson.
Isotopes.
That is correct. All right, Granby, please watch the screen and listen closely. Here is your Virginia-based video question from a member of the Battle of the Brains Brainy Bunch.
Revolutionary War General Lord Cornwallis had 2 dogs named after Roman gods. Which 2 were they?
Matthew?
Mercury and Mars.
They were Mars and Jupiter. First Colonial, what is the 2-word legal name given to a government's ability to take private property for public use without the owner's consent? Grace?
Eminent domain.
That is correct. And that buzzer means our first toss-up round is done. Good job by our team so far, but there are a lot more questions to come. Up next, we'll meet today's players, then they'll take on the category round here on Battle of the Brains.